What if I told you your dog has been waiting their entire life for you to do one specific thing, and you've been doing the exact opposite every single day without even realizing it? Look, most dog parents out there truly believe they are crushing it. They buy the best food, get all the toys, and take the best Instagram pics. But there are some deep, quiet things your dog desperately needs from you that absolutely nobody on the internet is talking about. And honestly, sleeping on these secrets is low-key destroying that deep bond you think you already have. Stick with me right here, because by the time this video ends, you are going to look at your furry best friend in a completely different way. Welcome back to the Dog Code. If you're new to the squad, hit that subscribe button right now, because we drop videos that decode exactly what your dog is trying to tell you. And real talk, today's episode is probably the most important one we have ever put out. Here is why this hits so hard. We aren't talking about crazy, complicated dog training hacks. We aren't talking about dropping thousands of dollars or spending hours a day. But if you keep messing these simple things up, and trust me, most owners do without a single clue, your dog is going to start losing faith that you will ever truly get them. And listen, when a dog loses that faith, they don't get mad or start wilding out. They just pull back. They show it by creating distance. You'll notice a tail that wags just a little bit less, eyes that stop searching for yours when they walk into a room, and by the time you finally realize what's happening, literal years have already slipped by. So let's get right into it. Here's the first major thing your dog has been desperately waiting for. Number 1, give them a spot that is 100% theirs. Have you ever noticed your dog army crawling under the bed, squeezing themselves behind the sofa, or backing into a random dark corner when the house gets too loud or crazy? And what did you do? You probably pulled them out because you thought something was wrong and you wanted to comfort them. Look, most owners do this. They see their dog hiding and think it's a glitch they need to fix. But in that exact moment, your dog was not asking for a rescue mission. They were asking for exactly one thing, and you accidentally snatched it away from them. You gotta remember that dogs are wired with the DNA of wild animals that use dens to survive. And I don't mean just sometimes, I mean every single day. For their ancestors, a den wasn't some VIP luxury suite. It was literally the difference between feeling totally safe or feeling totally exposed to the world. And guess what? That wild instinct didn't just vanish when your dog started sleeping on your memory foam mattress. It is still running in the background of their brain every time they feel overstimulated. Science actually backs this up. Major research shows that dogs who have a consistent, enclosed chill spot have way lower levels of cortisol. That's the stress hormone that fries their nervous system. Compared to dogs who don't have a safe zone, the difference is insane. This isn't just about them wanting a comfy pillow, it is a hardcore biological need they were born with. So look around your house right now. If your dog doesn't have a spot that is truly theirs, no crate with a dark blanket over it, no quiet corner they can escape to without you following them and hyping them up, then every time things get stressful, your dog is basically fighting a mental hurricane totally alone. They aren't being dramatic, they are just listening to their instincts. Hook them up with an open crate, a bed tucked away under a desk, or just a blanket in a corner that smells like them. When they finally get that spot, their whole vibe shifts. They stop trying to blend into the walls and start actually choosing to hang out with you, because they know they have a safe base to retreat to. And if that blew your mind, keep watching, because this next one is the exact reason so many dogs catch crazy anxiety and the owners never even realize they caused it. Number 2, stop putting your hands on them when they didn't ask for it. Let's keep it 100 right now. When your dog is just chilling on the floor and you walk past them, do you bend down and pet them? When they are sitting quietly on the couch, do your hands just magically find their ears? Of course they do, because you love your dog to death. But let me paint the picture of how that looks from their point of view. Dogs have a massive sense of personal space and bodily autonomy, and it matters to them way more than humans realize. Every single time you reach out and touch your dog when they didn't invite it, you are making a sneaky little deposit into a psychological state called learned helplessness. If it happens once or twice, whatever, no big deal. But if you hit them with dozens of uninvited pets every single day, week after week, you are literally teaching your dog that their body doesn't belong to them. You are telling them that their body language doesn't matter, and you're just gonna do what you want anyway. Veterinary science straight up proves this. Studies show that dogs who are allowed to control when they get pet show way less anxiety and actually build way stronger bonds with their humans compared to dogs whose owners are constantly grabbing at them. The science is screaming something we don't want to hear. Doing more doesn't mean they love you more. Having patience is the real flex. So what does it actually look like when your dog wants your attention? It's when they rest that heavy chin on your knee. It's when they aggressively nose bump your hand. It's when they slowly stroll up and just lean their entire body weight against your leg. Those are the green lights. That is your dog actively choosing you. But every time you reach out first, you are stealing that choice from them. I know this is super hard to do because it feels like you are ignoring them. But the second you stop reaching and start waiting, absolute magic happens. Your dog is going to start pulling up on you way more often. Not because you have a treat, but because you finally became the safe space they want to gravitate towards. Stick around for this next one because almost everybody gets this totally backwards and it is quietly ruining your dog's trust. Number 3, get your butt on the floor with them. Seriously, when was the last time you just sat on the floor with your dog? And I don't mean sitting down to wipe their muddy paws or check a tick. I mean, just chilling on their level with zero agenda. Think about how your dog sees the world for a second. To them, you are an absolute giant. You are this massive, fast-moving tower that controls the food, the doors, and the whole vibe of the house. Canine cognition experts have proven over and over again that dogs read physical size and towering posture as a threat or a dominance check, just like wild wolves do with their pack. Every single time you stand over your dog, even if you are using baby talk and have the best intentions, a tiny part of their nervous system is firing off asking, is this safe? But watch what happens when you drop down to the floor. The entire script flips. Studies show that dogs will approach a human who is sitting or crouching way faster and with much looser, happier body language than a human who is standing up. And this applies even if you are their favorite person in the whole world. Dropping to their level speaks a language that words never could. It tells them, I am not a boss right now. I am just a buddy. Test this out today. Walk into the room where your dog is chilling, sit on the floor a few feet away, and literally do nothing. Don't call their name. Don't slap the floor. Don't make a peep. Just exist in their world at their height and watch the magic happen. Most dogs will look at you totally shocked, and then they'll slowly cruise over. Others will just let out a big sigh and fall asleep deeper, because for the first time all day, they don't feel like they have to keep an eye on the giant in the room. If you have a rescue dog or a nervous pup, this is the ultimate game changer. Stop forcing it, come down to their world. Number 4, let them finish the sniff. Yo, how many times have you yanked your dog's leash to pull them away from a smell on the sidewalk? How many times have you dragged them away from a fire hydrant or a random pile of leaves just because you were in a rush? If you are like 99% of owners, you do this all the time. But every time you pull them away, you are robbing them of something massive. Check the stats on this. Your dog has about 300 million scent receptors in their nose. Humans have like 6 million. The part of their brain that processes smells is 40 times bigger than ours. When your dog glues their nose to the dirt, they aren't just wasting time. They are logging onto their version of the internet. They are reading a timeline of who walked by, what they had for breakfast, if they were stressed out, and if they are looking for a mate. Pulling them away mid-sniff is like someone snatching your phone out of your hands right before the best part of a movie. It is incredibly frustrating for them. Animal behaviorists did a massive study and found that dogs who are allowed to take their time and sniff everything on their walks come home with significantly lower stress hormones than dogs who are forced to just speed walk the whole time. Sniffing isn't just a fun little hobby for them. It is the literal mechanism their brain uses to de-stress and process the crazy human world we force them to live in. A world full of loud cars, weird schedules, and stress they never asked for. The fix here is super easy. Just slow your roll. Find a route where stopping every 5 feet is cool. Tell them go sniff and let them be the boss of the walk. 3 minutes staring at a patch of dirt might look dumb to you, but to your dog, it is the absolute highlight of their day. Let them finish the story. Number 5, build a rhythm they can actually count on. Let me ask you this. Does your dog wait by the front door 10 minutes before you get home from work? Do they start doing a little dance in the kitchen right before dinner time like they swallowed an alarm clock? That isn't just a cute trick. That is your dog showing you the exact thing they need to stay sane. And a lot of owners actually ruin this without meaning to. Dogs do not understand human time. They don't know what a Tuesday is, and they don't care about your watch. They experience their entire life through patterns. Food happens, then we walk, then we chill on the couch, then we sleep. Your dog builds their entire emotional security around that map. And you are the one driving the car. When you stick to the map, your dog feels invincible. But when you start changing things up constantly, the ground literally shakes underneath them. Veterinary journals have proven that unpredictable routines are one of the biggest triggers for severe anxiety in dogs. We are talking worse than past trauma in some cases. And I'm not talking about crazy stuff. I'm talking about feeding them at 5 p.m. one day and 8 p.m. the next. I'm talking about skipping their evening play session because you're binge watching a show. To you, you're just living life. To your dog, the only thing they could trust just broke. You don't have to be a robot, but you gotta lock in the moments that matter. Feed them at the same time, walk them at the same time. Even just sitting in the same spot every night gives their brain permission to shut down and relax. If your dog never knows what's coming next, their nervous system is always buzzing. And a buzzing dog cannot connect with you. Give them a routine, let their guard down, and watch how hard they love you. Alright, here's the last one, and honestly, this one hits straight in the feelings because you could have been doing it this whole time. Number 6. Talk to them. Like, out loud. For real. Do you actually talk to your dog? And I don't mean shouting sit or stay. I mean talking to them like they are your roommate. A lot of people do this when nobody is looking and then feel embarrassed about it. Cut that out right now. That weird little instinct to talk to your dog is actually one of the most powerful things you can do. Look at the history. Dogs have been riding with humans for up to 40,000 years. During all that time, they didn't just hang around eating our scraps. They literally evolved their brains to read our faces, our vibes, and most importantly, our voices. No other animal on the planet is dialed into the human voice like a dog is. Not cats, not horses, nothing. Scientists did MRI scans on dogs and found that they process speech using the exact same parts of the brain that humans use. They decode the actual meaning of the words and the emotional vibe of your tone at the same time. They aren't just hearing noise, they are translating your soul. Another crazy study showed that dogs totally know the difference between when you are talking to them versus when you are talking to another person in the room. They have been listening to you this whole time. The real question is, have you been talking to them? You don't need a script. Just say good morning when you wake up. Tell them what you are cooking for dinner. Vent to them about your crazy day at work while you drive. When you do this, you are telling them that they aren't just an animal you manage. You are telling them they are a real member of the family. And when a dog feels truly seen and included, they unlock a level of love and loyalty that no expensive training class could ever teach. Stop waiting for your dog to magically become calmer or more connected. Connection is something you build, brick by slowing down, dropping to the floor, and speaking the language they have been fluent in since the day they were born. Your dog is not out here looking for a perfect owner. They are just looking for you, the real, authentic you. If this video hit home and changed how you look at your dog, do me a massive favor and share this with someone who loves their dog but needs to hear this truth. And don't forget to subscribe to the Dog Code, because every day we are diving deep into your dog's world so you can finally meet them there. Catch you in the next one.